Hi friends, so it's been a while. I came back from traveling 2 months through Europe and now I'm moving into a new apartment, so lots of changes, lots of great things happening in the day-to-day. Been enjoying life a lot. So first things first, I have one opening for a 10-week container at 5,555. This is private coaching support plus tech support into miracle and wealth consciousness, so you can abide in the flow of abundance, manifest all the things your heart desires. And it's not as specifically the material things, those things will come. It's a shift in your consciousness, so you will keep it and transform every aspect and layer of your life experience. What I want to share today, and if you want to be the lucky person to get the one spot, feel free to send me an email. I'm going to leave my email in the description and say, please, I want to take that spot. So now, how manifestation works. You gotta be really clear in that wish you want to co-create. In the past, I used to leak so much energy. I wasn't clear. I had mixed frequencies. I'm like, I want this, but I don't want it. But I want to go to Tokyo, but I also want to be in Egypt. And I want to bring 3 friends, but also I miss my mom. So did you see the conflicting thought patterns? You gotta be really specific. You cannot go to Tokyo, Egypt, bring 3 friends and be at your mom's house at the same time. So what I suggest is, in a piece of paper, get really specific. Why do I want to call into my experience? What do I want to manifest? Exactly what I did at the beginning of the video. I get really specific. Right now I have just one space for one client, 10 weeks, budget 5,555. No less than that, I'm open for more. So when I get so specific, I call in an ideal client, an ideal person, and it instantly gets filled in. If I say, well, I want this, and also I'm willing to take some client that doesn't feel like a fuck yes, and I don't like doing this coaching work, but I want to do the coaching work, and then I'm not gonna show up, but I'm gonna show up. Like, I'm just creating situations. You gotta be in the same frequency of what you want to call in and stay consistent for your desired outcome to become crystallized in your reality. So I give you an example of my own life experience. For you, it can be with anything. It can be with a job offer, it can be with your business, it can be with a romantic relationship. I have another client that we work specifically in romantic relationships. So he gets really specific in what's the version of his partner that he wants to experience. And every moment of the day when he doesn't see that preference, we investigate inside of himself. What is the mixed frequency that is causing the romantic partner to act in the way that he doesn't prefer? Perhaps she's reflecting his wounds and his conditionings. So we would do deep work on that. And we get really specific in what are the qualities and the emotions that he wants to experience with his soulmate, his ideal partner. Same thing with living situation. For me, I'm really specific that I love living at the beach. For me, it's really specific that I love traveling. There's no negotiable. So I get really specific, and that's the reality that I experience. For manifestation to happen instantly, we gotta be cleared of traumas. Traumas are the debris that we have in our nervous system when we experience something in childhood that told us you're not good enough, you're not worthy of it, you're guilty, and you can receive it. So we explore memories from childhood. Like, what am I still believing on myself that is blocking in the things that I call in? Because everything's gonna knock on your door. You're gonna have 1,000 offerings. But for the offerings to become visible and manifest in your experience, you gotta have the heart open to receive them. And for the heart to open, you gotta be willing to face all the debris of shame, guilt, betrayal, grief, anger. So you feel all the less preferable emotions, and then you keep your heart open to receive all that's meant for you. That means you feel fully safe in your body. The things that are meant for you, the relationships, the business partnerships, the soulmate, the travels, your ideal house, soul family, friends, they are already in your field. And for you to receive them, because they're your divine right, you sign up for them before incarnated. You gotta be safe in your body. You gotta feel safe. I'm like, okay, I'm such a strong, potent container, grounded, that all that I call in comes to me effortlessly. So I'm giving you the code. It's kind of like a gift. And not just saying it, feeling it into your body. Okay, how does it feel when I'm claiming right now that I'm ready to receive my soulmate? And she's amazing and giving and nurturing and generous and clearly communicative. And she puts me first. She takes care of my emotions and my heart while honoring her own emotions. And while I honor my own process as well, I'm putting myself in the shoes of a man, calling in his ideal wife. So I'm giving examples. You gotta be really specific with the traits. How does it feel to claim your ideal financial situation? This is the exact amount of money I'm gonna receive for this service that I'm providing. Non-negotiable. Any offers less than that, no thank you. You gotta stay persistent in your conviction that that's what you wanna call in and that's what you wanna log in, and say no to every reflection that doesn't honor that value or that worth, because you put the value and the worth in yourself. It's infinite. That's an example in monies. In friendships, what are the kinds of relationships you want to have in your life? What's your ideal lifestyle? Where do you wake up? That includes relationships too, because you can have a beautiful life situation, living situation, and if there's no love, no friends, no connections, it's empty. I lived that life too. So, what are your ideal connections? How do you want to be related to? Write it down. And when you receive reflections that are not in alignment with what you're calling in, the test is not being moved from that center groundness, knowing that it is yours. The moment you doubt, the moment you fear, the moment I don't know if it's gonna happen for me, that's where you go back. I love this analogy. It's like you're driving to Texas from Milwaukee, and you haven't seen Texas yet, and you already have driven for like 45 hours, just making numbers and symbols. And you have 6 hours left, but because you don't see Texas, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna return and drive back to Milwaukee. Reality is gonna crystallize all that you're calling in when you stay grounded in persistence, even if the physical reflection doesn't match what you're saying, you're claiming, what you're saying, you're open and ready to receive. So I'll leave you with these 3 questions. Are you ready, open, and willing to receive all that's meant for you by divine right? How safe do you feel in your body? How grounded do you feel in your body to receive it? And what are the specific qualities of that which you want to call in? Finances, career, fulfillment, romantic relationship, friendships, opportunities, perhaps an abundance of travels, perhaps your ideal lifestyle in housing and in your routine. How does your day look like? You gotta think about these things. What's your ideal day? Where do you wake up? How do you feel? Do you have a cup of coffee? Do you have tea? Do you go for a beach walk? You gotta be really specific, because that's what you're gonna get. No more mixed frequencies. What do you want? Do you feel ready to receive it? Are you worthy of it? Okay, I'll leave you with that, my friend.